Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, you guys know the deal on this channel, man. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting the history, and holding these guys to the standard, guys. You guys know that. And in this video, we're going to talk about something that some LeBron fool said in one of the comments of one of my videos, talking about Kobe Bryant and his reputation is the only reason why he was making the all-defensive teams, because of his reputation. And we're going to talk about in this video because, once again, that exposes LeBron James. I tell you, man, these fools, these LeBron James fans, they know so little. They know so little that they don't even realize when they're trying to educate us or trying to, be smart or witty in your comment section. All they're doing is exposing themselves, their lack of knowledge, and LeBron James at the end of the day. And we're going to talk about in this video, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Much respect to all you guys, man. Shout out to my man K for coming through with the super thanks. I am truly humble to my man QUEK for coming through with the super thanks. Again, thank you very much. You continue to humble me. Anybody who donates to my channel, guys, you know how I feel about that. It means a lot, man. You guys know the deal. I know that money is hard to come by for a lot of people out there. So anyone who's ever donated to my channel, I don't care if it's $1, a penny, whatever it is, man. Thank you very much, man. So shout out to my man K again for coming through and supporting my channel. And I want to, listen, man, for real, guys, I just want to thank you guys again, man. It means a lot, man, for real. I'm truly humbled, guys. So the things you guys have been saying to me, the comments, it's really, man, thank you. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, the other day I did a video and some fool left a comment in the comment section, a LeBron James fan, because they're really the biggest fools in sports. In the history of sports, or the LeBron James fan club. These people are idiots. They know nothing. They don't even respect the game. And this person left the comment saying that Kobe Bryant was only making the all-defensive teams because of his reputation. So, as we all know, Kobe Bryant has made way more defensive selections than LeBron James will ever sniff at. I believe Kobe Bryant made 10 all-defensive teams or something like that. But we all know he has a tie for the record with the most all-defensive first-team selections with 9, with Michael Jordan, I believe, Gary Payton maybe. I want to say maybe Kevin Garnett. I think these are the guys that are tied for the most all-defensive first-team selections in the history of the game. And when this person says that Kobe Bryant was only making these all-defensive teams late in his career because of his reputation, it exposes LeBron James immediately. Immediately, all you're doing is exposing LeBron James and the lack of reputation for LeBron James. Now, what have I told you guys on this channel? To be considered an all-time great defensive player, you must have a couple of things going for you. You must, one, have the athleticism, the ability to play defense, right? Some people or some players have dimensions. Maybe they have long arms. They have quick feet, quick hands. The athleticism, right? They're gifted with certain things that help them on the defensive end. But also you must have what? You must also give the effort, right? You must want to play defense. It must be something that matters to you. We're talking about the defensive side of the ball, right? So if we think about those things, right, and we think about Kobe Bryant, and then we think about LeBron James, what have I told you guys when it relates to the difference between someone like a Kobe Bryant and a LeBron James and the reputation of a Kobe Bryant versus LeBron James? It comes down to one key word, ladies and gentlemen, the consistency of those things I was just mentioning, the effort, all that stuff, the consistency of that. That's how you become an all-time great defensive player. When you think about Bill Russell, right? It's the consistency of Bill Russell's hustle, the way that he played the game, giving the effort night in and night out, right? Not lollygagging, not standing around on defense with his hands on his hips, not walking back up down the court, allowing his team to play 4-on-5 and things of that nature. He gave the effort. Guys like Will Chamberlain, he was giving the effort trying to block those shots, get those rebounds. A lot of people forget that rebounding goes to your defense. It helps your defense. So as someone like a Dennis Rodman, his rebounding prowess added to his defensive prowess, guys, which would made him one of the all-time great defensive players. In my opinion, Dennis Rodman is the most versatile defensive player in the history of the game from what I've seen. I've seen Dennis Rodman guard Michael Jordan. I've seen Dennis Rodman guard Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Shaquille O'Neal, Karl Malone. We're talking about some of the greatest players, if not the greatest players at each position. Those guys I just mentioned, man. And Dennis Rodman guarded all those guys consistently, guys, at a high level when it mattered most in the postseason. So for me, Dennis Rodman is the most versatile defensive player in NBA's history based off of what I've seen, guys. That's off what I've seen. Not saying he's a great all-around defensive player, but to me, he's the most versatile defensive player. But when we think about someone like a Kobe Bryant, and we think about the consistent effort that Kobe Bryant gave on the defensive end, this is where you get a reputation from your consistency. The consistency of which you're out there doing these things. So when someone says, oh, Kobe Bryant was only making defensive teams because of his reputation, Kobe Bryant earned that reputation, you fool. Why do you think he got that reputation? It wasn't just there and they just gave it to Kobe Bryant. Oh yeah, Kobe Bryant's one of the great defensive players. But he wasn't out there giving the effort. He wasn't actually going out there and showing and proving that he was one of the great defensive players. No, right? So when we think about LeBron James now, let's think about this. The reason why LeBron James does not have the reputation of a Kobe Bryant, of a Michael Jordan, of a Tim Duncan, or a Kevin Garnett, or a Hakeem Olajuwon, a Will Chamberlain, some of the great two-way players, a Jerry West, right? Some of the great two-way players in the history of the game. The reason why LeBron James is not recognized as one of the great two-way players in the history of the game is because LeBron James has never been recognized as a great defensive player. And why has LeBron James not been recognized as a great defensive player throughout his career? Because of the lack of consistent effort, the lack of hustle consistently from LeBron James throughout his career. So, what do you notice? That LeBron James' best defensive years came in a short stretch in his career, right? Really, when he was at the physical peak of his career. That's where it really seemed to give the effort. But also, when was this also happening? When he was playing on his super team in Miami. Right? So LeBron James was also playing with other solid defensive players, guys like Dwayne Wade and the Shane Battiers, right? Some of these other guys that help LeBron James play defense out there on the court. But the problem for LeBron James and the LeBron James fans, when you make a comment about Kobe Bryant's reputation, once again, you're exposing LeBron James and the lack of reputation from LeBron James. So you're sitting here trying to tell me that LeBron James ain't made a defensive team in all of these years? All these years, LeBron James ain't made one defensive team, not even a second all-defensive team in his 30s. You're going to sit there and say, because why? He didn't have a reputation, right? Did LeBron James have a reputation of being one of the all-time great defensive players, of being the great two-way player like a Kobe Bryant? No, he did not. And why didn't he have that reputation? Because LeBron James did not give the consistent effort at a high level like a Kobe Bryant did. So, for example, like I've told you guys, LeBron James fans will say and brag about LeBron James locking down Derrick Rose in the 2011 Eastern Conference Finals. Right? Oh, LeBron James shut down MVP Derrick Rose in 2011. Okay, we know that's not the facts, but I've told you guys what. Let's go with that premise. LeBron James locked up Derrick Rose in the 2011 Eastern Conference Finals. Good on LeBron James. You're a 6'9" athletic freak, and you locked down a 6'2" guy who was, 22 years old? And we're going to be impressed by that. But okay, let's give him that. So you just displayed what great defense for one playoff series. But what happened in the very next round, the NBA Finals of 2011? We all know what happened. You had Magic Johnson on the microphone talking about, can LeBron James stop Jason Terry? Now, once again, this is where LeBron James gets exposed for his lack of consistency and effort on the defensive end. Where was LeBron James in the 2011 Finals to shut down a Jason Terry or even slow him down? Where was LeBron James in 2011 to slow down Dirk Nowitzki when Dirk Nowitzki started going off? LeBron James could have guarded Dirk Nowitzki. He's big enough to guard Dirk Nowitzki. But did he guard Dirk Nowitzki? No, he did not. Did he take that challenge? No, he didn't. So the Mavericks, who were down 2-1, won the next game. It was tied 2-2. Then they won the next game. They were up 3-2. Did LeBron James go into the locker room and tell his guys, yo, listen, man, I got Dirk Nowitzki, man. I got Dirk all game. I'm shutting him down. There's no switching screens. I'm fighting through everything. Give me Dirk Nowitzki. I'm not doing my thing on the offensive end. We all know he was averaging 17 points a game in the finals, so he wasn't really having much of an offensive impact. So let me take the ownership on the defensive side. Let me rebound the basketball like a madman. Did LeBron James do that? No, he did not. He did not do any of those things. In fact, he got his ass whooped out there by a bunch of role players like Jason Terry and J.J. Barea. He had Deshaun Stevenson punking him. Deshaun Stevenson, guys, that's right. Deshaun Stevenson was punking LeBron James, talking trash to him throughout those NBA Finals. Go back and watch it, guys. So that exposes the consistency or lack of for LeBron James on the defensive side of the ball. And this has been throughout his entire career, guys. Once again, where was LeBron James in 2015 against Andre Iguodala? I love when people say, yo, LeBron James averaged 35 points a game against Andre Iguodala, and they try to say shut him down. No, that was not the point. The point was that Andre Iguodala made LeBron James work for it. So his shooting percentages were garbage, shot under 40% in those finals. Once again, where was LeBron James at the end of these games? They were up 2-1. Where was LeBron James in game 4? Where was LeBron James in game 5? He had several opportunities to win these games. Game-winning layups he missed. Game-winning shots he missed. Taking bad shots selection, awkward off-balance shots, forcing turnovers, forcing shots up. This is what Andre Iguodala did to LeBron James. So that 35 points a game is irrelevant because what did Andre Iguodala do on the flip side? He went from averaging 8 points a game in the regular season to 16 points a game in the NBA Finals on LeBron James' defense. Where's LeBron James' defense? You really believe that Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant would allow a role player, a bench guy, to come into the starting lineup and double his points per game against them? Absolutely not. And why is this? Because they're going to give the effort on the defensive end. They're actually going to be there, and they're going to try to play that defense. LeBron James ain't trying to play no damn defense. So the 35 points a game is irrelevant because you gave up 16 points a game to a guy who was averaging 8. So once again, the numbers for LeBron James are just numbers. Smoke screens and mirrors. The effort was not there, and he lost out to a Finals MVP to a role guy who came into the starting lineup in game 3 or game 4, whatever the hell it was. It's an absolute joke. This is where LeBron James gets exposed, guys, throughout his entire career. Where was LeBron James in the 2017 NBA Finals against Kevin Durant? That people keep telling me how skilled Kevin Durant is, how great Kevin Durant is. Kevin Durant's been exposed over the years, guys. Exposed. And once again, in 2017, Kevin Durant was a front runner. But in the finals, where was LeBron James? Did he take it upon himself to slow down Kevin Durant? I'm not saying that Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant's going to shut down these guys and hold them to no points or something crazy. But I guarantee you this. Kevin Durant in the NBA Finals would not be averaging 32 points a game on 50, 40, 90 splits against Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant in the NBA Finals. He would not be switching screens the way that LeBron James did. Kobe Bryant would have gave the effort. He would have been out there making Kevin Durant work. He would have been picking him up three-quarter court, full court length. He would have been making him earn it. Earn it. He would have been forcing him to bad shots, into turnovers, and things of that nature. Making it hard on him, right? Maybe make him get his points on more shots. Did LeBron James do that? No. Instead, Kevin Durant had one of the all-time great efficiency on the efficiency end in an NBA Finals. On LeBron James and his weak defense, that he was never great. Have you ever looked at LeBron James' defensive stance? His defensive stance is weird. It's awkward. It doesn't make any sense. His hands are all down by his side. LeBron James' defensive stance is terrible, man. There's nothing that would make you believe, watching LeBron James throughout his career, that he's anywhere near an all-time great defensive player. So we go back to the reputation of Kobe Bryant. The reputation that Kobe Bryant earned. He earned that reputation. So, in fact, when people say, oh, Kobe Bryant was making all defensive teams off reputation, it don't make any sense. Kobe Bryant had a reputation of being an all-time great defensive player. But at the same time, if you watch the video footage, he's out there giving the effort on the defensive end. He's actually hustling on defense. You can't really say the same thing about LeBron James. And this is why LeBron James never developed that quote-unquote reputation of an all-time great defensive player. So LeBron James has played for 21 seasons now and has made 5 all-defensive first teams. 5, guys, all-defensive first teams in 21 seasons. That's not impressive, guys. That shows what? A lack of consistency on the defensive end for LeBron James. Those are just the facts, guys. I'm not making things up here. This is not hate on LeBron James. These are the facts. So, excuse me, guys. So, when that person says Kobe Bryant's making these defensive teams off his reputation, how come LeBron James couldn't make any defensive teams off his reputation? Why not? Once again, you expose LeBron James and his lack of reputation for being a defensive player, a defensive juggernaut, or any of those kinds of things. And what would the LeBron James fans say? LeBron James himself say, "Yo, I was robbed of a Defensive Player of the Year award." No, you weren't. You were never that level. You were never that level of defensive player. The fact that he even finished runner-up to me is unfathomable. I don't know how the hell LeBron James finished runner-up to a Defensive Player of the Year award. This man's never been great on defense. Never. Never been great. Never. The man never gets any steals, so he doesn't get the steals. He doesn't really block shots for someone his size. He don't block shots like that. The man averages, 0.7 blocks a game for his career? He ain't the shot blocker of even someone like a Dr. J is a much greater shot blocker at that very same position than LeBron James would ever wish to be. Once again, Michael Jordan was a much greater shot blocker at a much shorter height, much less weight, in a much more physical era with much bigger players, right? Legit big men. Michael Jordan's a much superior shot blocker than LeBron James would ever hope to be. So when we think about getting steals and blocks, does that make you an all-time great defensive player? No, absolutely not. Joe Dumars is one of the all-time great perimeter defensive players. He never got a whole bunch of steals or a whole bunch of blocks. Same thing with a Dennis Rodman. But he's known as a great defensive player because they played man-on-ball defense, position defense, making you earn it, right? Making you shoot over the top of them, forcing you into turnovers, forcing you into travels, forcing you to offensive charges, forcing you to awkward shots. These are the kinds of defense these guys played. LeBron James don't play that defense. LeBron James picks and chooses when he wants to exert himself and give that effort on the defensive end. That was never really Kobe Bryant, man. So once again, when they talk about Kobe Bryant's reputation, this is a reputation that he earned. They didn't just give Kobe Bryant defensive selections. He went out there and earned them by the effort that he gave. That's what he wanted to be known for, a great two-way player. He took pride in that, the same way that Michael Jordan did, guys like Wilt Chamberlain, guys like Hakeem Olajuwon, right? The guys like Jerry West. These guys took pride in being two-way players, right? The Kevin Garnetts, the Tim Duncans, some of the great two-way players in the history of the game, man. They took pride in these things. LeBron James has always been worried about his numbers to even worry about the defensive end like that. Always been worried about the offensive numbers. He'll put those 20 shots up, but he won't play a lick of defense. So once again, LeBron James has not made one all-defensive team in his 30s, guys. Not one all-defensive team in his 30s. But they keep telling you he's this great all-world athlete, all this stuff. Then how the hell has he not been able to make one all-defensive team? Not even one all-defensive in your 30s? Where's the consistency from LeBron James? It's not there. And this is why LeBron James will never be recognized as an all-time great defensive player. He'll never be recognized or have the reputation of an all-time great defensive player. So the guys who make all defensive selections, it's part reputation. Yes, that may be true to a degree, but it's also part effort on the court. They weren't just giving out the all defensive teams. You had to give the effort on the court. You had to actually produce. And the all-time great players, on the all-time great defensive players, they produced on the defensive end, and they gave that effort consistently, and that's why they were able to get all these all-defensive selections. But for some reason, LeBron James hasn't been able to do that. It don't make any sense. Once again, LeBron James has been exposed by his own fans without even realizing it. So shout out to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Shout out to all the Kobe Bryant supporters. Like I said, all the true fans of basketball that respect the history of the game, that respect these guys, man, and understand it was just guys getting defensive selections because of their reputation. They earned these reputations. When someone's considered a shot blocker, they earned that reputation as being a shot blocker. They earned that reputation, right? Kobe Bryant earned the reputation of being a hard-nosed defensive player and giving that effort, right? Not lollygagging, not ducking the smoke, so to speak, and leading by example, giving that effort. So once again, shout out to him and the LeBron James fans embarrassing themselves again, exposing LeBron James again as why he's not known or have a reputation of being an all-time great defensive player. LeBron James ain't made an all-defensive team in over 10 seasons. So where's his reputation at? How come he hasn't developed a reputation of an all-time great defensive player if he's so great? The facts show, guys, he was never a great two-way player. That was just a fact, guys. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.